All right, guys, here we go. It's showtime. We got our first customer, and we're going to do this at level 2 inspection. Let me tell you, this experience was textbook. It couldn't be, I mean, I don't think you can plan this any better. Individual, unfortunately, had a lot of issues. I don't think we want to highlight every single thing that was wrong. Just to like, I want to do this to that guy. But what I did learn, presentation. I mean, I knew, I just didn't know it holds this much weight. Presentation goes a lot further than I originally thought.
Oh, your presentation, everything. First glance, tells you a lot. And you just want to make sure that the first glance, whether if it's negative, it's not true. Positive, you continue to let it be positive.
Right. So right off the bat, I mean, guys, please have a permit book. It doesn't even have to be fancy, but you got to have a permit book, 3-ring binder, whatever it is. It just can't be 5 pieces of loose paper floating around with the wind inside your cab, and now you're looking for it, trying to furnish it. That's just going to generate a lot more questions.
Yes.
And the more time you spend fumbling for something, the more time they have to look for other things.
Absolutely. The ideal thing to have done, knowing that you're going to have an inspection, is to have that permit book, within arm's reach. Or at least when you make that stop, you go right to it because they're going to ask for it.
Yeah. And then anytime you make it back to your domicile or your home base, a good idea is to take that permit book and have safety look over it. The idea is to have a fresh pair of eyes on that permit book because, again, you could have had a prior inspection and now, annual inspections, registration. If anything can be missing out of that permit book, and you certainly want to know. And you want to know when you have in a controlled environment, not like this, not when you're being inspected. That's not the time you want to find that out.
Yeah, it is certainly not the time.
Because it comes with financial repercussions, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So the other way around, that's a small one that you can do. Another one is keep the equipment clean. We kind of mentioned that too. You can see people in the parking lot. You can see that equipment that wasn't clean. Everybody's face was like, man, we're going to see them in a little bit because they're going to get pulled in here. Mm-hmm. So whether right, wrong, indifferent, doesn't matter. But having a clean piece of equipment does go a long way.
It does. I mean, I don't even know how to say it. It's that presentation at first glance at that truck tells you a lot about, what you're going to expect, what you're going to see when you dig deeper.
Yep. All right, so here we go, checking out the second truck. It's doing pretty good. Again, remember, guys, these are all voluntary inspections, learning good things. Unfortunately, the truck before, we had some issues that we had to hand that over to the trooper. Not sure if he's going to be put out of service or not, but yeah, learning lots. PTI.
Pre-trooper inspection.
Let me tell you how important that is. These guys know. They know when they stop you and they see certain findings that you should have caught on your PTI, but you didn't. They know what time it is.
Yeah, just wasted time. Should have caught it.
Yeah, should have caught it. And now it's going to cost you a lot more money because it's also going to open the grounds for, finding more issues on your truck.
Time is money.
So remember, guys, do not cheat yourself. This is not the spot to do it. Take that 15 minutes or 20, whatever the company policy is where you work. But you got to take those 15 minutes seriously to look around to avoid these kind of issues. Think of it monetarily. You really want to be this guy, getting roadside inspection for a flat tire?
No, because now guess what he has to do?
Spend money.
Yes.
So get that PTI in, man. I think this is a good spot to talk about 2 other important line items, being prepared and being respectful.
Yes. Can't overemphasize that.
So being prepared. All right, we got a guy, everything looked good. Permit book was on point. Truck is nice, but there was a tire underinflated.
Yes.
Now, it wasn't flat. It wasn't major, but this is the difference of a guy who stuck there for roadside inspection. He had a hose. He had the right equipment, aired up his tire, and was able to keep on trucking.
Yes, great attitude, no problem, had all the necessary equipment, just a perfect day.
Yep. So there's a prime example of what being prepared could do for you. Overall, I think this was an awesome experience.
Yes, it was. It was a good day for me.
Yeah, it highlighted. I mean, a lot of this stuff we did know, Jerome. So it's not new to us. Again, like mentioned before, we're not reinventing the wheel here. But to be boots on the ground and to actually be out there doing it, I think highlights a lot of things that perhaps we overlooked.
Yeah, again, it's easy to say, the myths and all that when you're sitting in a building and you're not out there. But when you're out there and you're seeing it and you actually, putting your hands to it, it brings good perspective. It gives you something to think about.
Yeah, I mean, I can't stress enough how preparation, demeanor, and presence or presentation is so important in a situation like this.
I think for the most part, it gets you out of things, even when you have a few minor things going on. I think what you just said, it gets you out of that because of how you present yourself, how prepared you are. Those things. I mean, it goes a long way.
Yeah. So hope this video helps. For those who didn't know, now you know. But other than that, my friends, drive safe. Surprise, surprise, what do we have? A Voyager Nation truck. As promised, we said if you stop by and visit, we take care of you. Got Jerome making a phone call. Got the guy to keep on trucking. Never had to stop.